Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up? Welcome back to another episode of Steer the Ship Podcast. We're gonna be intertwining Steer the Ship, the Steer the Ship Podcast with the Sports Edition. So, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. I hope y'all had a lovely week. I'll be your boy Johnny and
your boy J-Mo right here.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, we decided to record. So, right back to y'all. It's gonna be going on the YouTube and whatnot. Hopefully, the audio is good. If not, then we'll get better with it. But anyways, how you been, dude? How you been doing, man? How you been holding up?
Shit, day for day, just doing what I do. You know, I don't really know what to call it.
Yeah, day for day, I feel you, man. Shit, bro. This Thanksgiving holiday, man, was crazy. Oh, it made me so lazy, bro. It made me so lazy that my fucking back was killing me at my job the whole time. And you think it's my lower back, but it ain't my lower back. It's my upper back.
Yeah, for Thanksgiving, I just relaxed. I stayed up the night before, just hanging out, really. Playing the game, kicking it with the kids, and I ended up staying up too late. So by the time Thanksgiving rolled around, I was pretty much just chilling out, trying to stay up, finding little things to do and stay busy throughout the day.
True. Shit, man. I had to cook. And I know I promised everybody a bowl of gumbo, but let's just say that something happened to it to where it spoiled a little bit, and I was like, I'm not satisfied. No. So I'm gonna make a noise. I'm gonna make another bowl, and I'm gonna be giving it out to people. Most definitely, I'm gonna give you a bowl. I'm gonna give you your sister, your mom, and everybody else a nice size bowl and whatnot. But yeah, man, pretty much cooking. I pretty much was off the whole Thursday through Sunday. Made me lazy as fuck. But they have a pretty interesting weekend. Of course, we all know that we had a major fight. We had a little fight. I ain't gonna call it a major fight. I don't want to call it a major fight because I watched the fight and the fight was more of an exhibition than anything else. So.
That's all it was in the beginning, but it was something. It was highly anticipated. It was an highly anticipated exhibition fight.
Yeah, it was very highly anticipated. I feel like it was only highly anticipated because everybody heard the name Mike Tyson.
That's usually what sells.
And it was so sad, man, because when I'm like, okay, I had some people that was over to watch the fight or whatnot, right? And it's like, you could tell they didn't know nothing of Roy Jones. I'm like, y'all heard Tyson. I don't think y'all know of Tyson. Y'all know of Roy Jones? Y'all know what he's good for?
They heard of him. He's like, he's a name. He's known for certain things, but they don't know his resume, like the work he really put in.
Because when I really started looking at boxing, because I grew up around the Tyson era. We grew up around the Tyson era. But when I really started looking at boxing, it's pretty much around the Roy Jones era. The Roy Jones era. Then I started catching more wind of it around, I would say, the Floyd Mayweather era. But anyways, back on this fight. The fight was pretty entertaining. They went the full 8 rounds and whatnot. It was like, if you knew the backstory of this fight. It was funny. Like Tyson got high before the fight and shit, right? And all that shit. And it's crazy that Tyson got high before the fight because Roy Jones got more winded than he did.
Yeah.
But that's Roy Jones. Like that's how he used to fight. He's not like how he used to anymore.
Uncle Roy, Uncle Mike.
Uncle Roy, Uncle Mike. Yeah, Mike with that weed, boy.
At the family reunion fighting.
Nah, I didn't get the family fighting. Mike is a cool, chill guy.
I'm saying that's what it was. That's what that was. That was 2 uncles fighting at the family reunion.
2 uncles fighting at the family reunion.
The way they were hugging on each other.
Nah, but with a guy like Mike Tyson, you gotta do that. You gotta hug up on him because he's gonna just slaughter the shit out you. But it was even bad in Roy Jones' decision because this ref was just letting them fight. I'm like, bruh, I don't think you need to stop. There was a point where I was like, dog, I don't think you need to tie up with Mike, man, because this ref is not breaking. He's not breaking. And so Tyson's gonna hit you with a bunch of fucking hooks in the side. And even today, he reported on USA Today that yeah, he's still feeling sore. He's still feeling sore from it. It's been 3 days.
And he's what?
And he's
50
still
years old, though.
Yeah, but I feel you on that one too. And plus, also,
I'm gonna be sore after a bike ride for 3 days.
And also, I already know. But also know, like when you do go boxing, man, them days after, ooh, that's when you feel the licks. That's when you feel like for real. It's somewhat of a nice feeling, and it's somewhat of a damn. I wish I didn't put the mitts on, man. God damn it, my body's all sore and shit. I got hit by Tyson multiple times in the ribs.
Facts. I know that gotta hurt big time.
Yes. Man. But anyways, man. Besides that fight, man, everybody's going off on your boy Nate Robinson, boy. Damn.
Yeah. It was embarrassing for him.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Saying it was his first fight, and how fast he went down. 3 knockdowns. The last one was a sleeper KO by God.
Yeah, and it was funny, but I don't feel like, to me, like, the joke, I'm not really, like, laughing at him. It's the situation, because he didn't have enough guts to get in the ring.
Yeah, he did.
It takes a lot more skill to actually box, like, in a real style boxing environment than people give credit for.
It's like the first hardest thing to do is to get in there ring.
So I give him a lot of credit for that, in a sense. Like, he tried it out. He didn't. He's not like a. When I see like Adrian Broner get knocked out, that shit is crazy. Because I'm like, dude, this is what you do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this dude was like, it kind of like Conor McGregor going into boxing. Nobody expected him to win. Like, this is the different sense. Like, some people expected him to win. But I'm saying in the sense of after fact.
I wanted to see what he had, and in my opinion, even if other people was clowning him and shit like that, you know, man, the one thing I don't like with this event drug out was the bullshit fans, the bullshitter fans, like the ones who gonna watch this but don't give a fuck about the next fight that's gonna come up, Errol Spence Jr. versus Danny Garcia. Those are the type of people that was coming out, and I'm like, ugh. I don't want to sound like a douchebag boxing fan, but that's how it felt, man. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I at least respect Nate Robinson for getting in the ring with this dude Logan Paul and shit. You know what I'm saying? Logan Paul just had more experience than him.
I think every like real big event in any sport is like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like even the Super Bowl, like people that don't watch football watch the Super Bowl.
Of course. It's not like if it was the typical Patriots, they also be like, oh, I'm going with the Patriots.
Yeah, so that's just kind of like. It's an entertainment for a reason, you know. That's the biggest event of the entertainment, so it's kind of like people gonna be drawn into it. It's a lot on the line at that point, at that stake, and at that is Mike Tyson. You know, even when it was Floyd and Conor, like a lot of people who don't care about fighting at all, they don't watch UFC or boxing. They just know this should be entertaining. It's highly hyped. That's what gets the people the money, though.
Yeah, you're right. But you know, I feel you know what I'm saying? They're making their money, you know what I'm saying? The money is going to go to a good cause, of course. You know, yeah, they did right by entertaining the people and shit. Even though if I'm like, you know, ugh. But you know, I do feel like, you know, I shouldn't have bought the fight. Then there's some people that's like, I think Tyson won the fight, and I'm like, nah. I don't really call it like that. I say if Tyson did win, he only won 4 rounds, which didn't do a draw.
Yeah.
I say he had to win 4 rounds. He didn't win 5 rounds. He did not.
I didn't watch the fight.
And the only round that was undecided for me was round 6. I couldn't tell who won that round. I'm like, I don't know who won. Like they both threw equal punches. Like they both landed to me equal punches. It seemed like. I'm like,
yeah, but the card was like the punch count was all the way off. You looked that up, like
I don't know.
Tyson landed more punches on the count, and he landed more power punches also.
I don't know like who the judges are, because you know judges have their own type of styles of judging fights and stuff. So.
It's an exhibition between Tyson and Roy. The winner. It's not like a belt is on the line. Like there's no real ramifications. And
then if it's Tyson, people were expecting to see a knockdown or a knockout.
Yeah, and I think
the fight would have been decided if that was a knockdown. If that was a knockdown, that winner would have won. That boxer who did the knockdown would have won this fight. If that was just a knockdown.
Yeah. My experience as an outside fan.
Because it's Tyson. Like I tell you, what's up?
My experience as like an outside fan is the politics in boxing. And the politics in boxing tells me that there was a draw, unless there was a knockout, there was going to be a draw. In my opinion. Like, I don't even watch the fight. I don't know who won and who didn't, but it was easy to see. It's like a good fight, like Triple G and Canelo first time.
Yeah, but
like Tyson and Curry and what's the name the first time. Like, they know that the first match, hey, we just trying to get to number 2. Because that's where the bag at. The bag is in getting 2 fights. Then you set for life. You know what I mean? Unless you fight Floyd, you set for life after 1 fight.
Oh, yeah, the bag is secure. That was his one fighter. I forget his name. It was the last fight I think he had. The guy got 60 million. The guy got 60 million off that. I forgot his name. And I'm like, damn, man, that's a bag right there. Just to fight Floyd Mayweather one time.
Conor McGregor made so much money, he damn near ain't want to fight no more.
Yeah, Conor McGregor, but like I said, man, Conor McGregor learned a nice lesson from fighting Roy Mayweather. Like, I mean, Floyd Mayweather. I'm sorry, I said Roy, like Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? He learned a valuable lesson on how to get the bag, on literally how to get the bag. Cause I ain't gonna lie, he's a businessman now, bro. If you actually look at Conor McGregor, how he moves now, he's a businessman. Like for real, he's a businessman.
That was what drew. If you look at any interview, that's what drew Floyd into Conor though. Because Conor was like that in the UFC. It's just in the UFC you don't get a bag, you get like a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? You don't split the bag, you just get paid.
Damn, boy, Dana White, man, you need to do right by your fighters, bro.
So he kind of basically exploited, like, this is what you do already in the UFC. You just don't get paid for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Your fights, like, it makes you the top paid fighter, but it don't make you get paid $100 million opposed to still getting $5 million per fight. You still gonna get the same amount this fight that you got last fight because of your contract. And that's what he was telling the whole time is, I'm a boss. But when they talk to him about why he did the fight, he say because Conor know how to sell a fight. He like, I ain't got to tell a fight for him.
That's exactly what he did.
He know how to sell his fight.
That's exactly what he did. Because when Conor McGregor, like, he was the one who actually started the flame. He the one who sparked the flame. He got the flint. He got the shit that he did. He got the flint and stone. He sparked that bitch. And Floyd actually basically said this business-wise. He said, bro, bring the fans, bring the bag. Let's see. Then we could do it. And he did. He bought it.
And they got paid.
And I was like, that's good.
More than he probably
I was like, I said, that's good, Conor. That was real good. Even though this is this fight, I ain't gonna say nothing, but that was good. The whole moves, everything, even from the beginning to the end, was a perfect business plan. Perfect. And Conor, he flourished off of that. He flourished off of it, man. Shit.
He took it to the next level for sure.
Yeah, he did. I respect him tops. You know what I'm saying? But back off of, like, on sports, man, like, we're back on boxing, I'll say, well, after this fight, after, like, the shit that just went down with Tyson and Jones, now we got the real shit that's about to pop off. Errol Spence Jr. versus Danny Garcia, which will be this Saturday, popping off and stuff like that. This will be, like, the first time Errol Spence Jr. gets back in the ring after his car accident. Danny Garcia's dad's gonna be talking shit like he always do. If you really are like you're a real watcher of boxing, you should kind of be entertained with this fight. But then there are questions where you'll be like, why is Spence fighting Danny? You know what I mean? Some people like he should be fighting somebody else on top caliber because Danny Garcia is coming off of like maybe I think a 2 or 3 losing streak. Like he lost his last 3 fights. But these were like, against the top contenders that was in the middleweights and stuff. Welterweight. This is welterweight. So I think it's welterweight or middle. It's one of them. I think it's welterweight. But anyways, for Errol Spence, he needs somebody to see where he's at. Because after this, man, he got like maybe 2 people that can go after him. Terrence Crawford or Keith Thurman. I think not even Keith Thurman. I think Keith Thurman. I think he could fight Keith Thurman. Then that's one more guy that I forget his name. But anyways, they'll come to me. But anyways, this fight should be good. I really like Errol Spence. That's my dude right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's about it on boxing. I ain't really got that much to talk about like that right there. I really don't even know that much on the undercards, but I need to check that shit out too.
Yeah, I don't really know much about none of that, honestly. I know about Errol Spence, and I think that this will be a nice tune-up fight for him to see. Like you say, to see where he's at with it, and that's kind of why he wanted to get back out there to get the good fight, so people can, see where he at, and he can go for one of those guys that you said.
Yeah, really, man. If he has to fight Terrence Crawford, I heard Terrence Crawford has to leave his sponsor, which is Top Rank. Now, if the boxer leaves his sponsor, then who is he gonna roll with now after that? I don't know.
Said he won't Bob Arum to let him go. He stated that.
Mm-hmm.
Because the fight would have to be on pay-per-view, and Bob Arum got the contract with ESPN.
Top Rank, that's the ESPN shit. Which I'm like, I guess I like ESPN. I like watching my show on ESPN, man. But then again, you know, pay-per-view fights are pretty nice. So
That's where they get their money at.
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, who started that shit? Like, you know, pay-per-view fights. Was it boxing or was it wrestling?
I'm not sure.
That's something I want to actually look into, man. Shit, that's something I want to look into. So anyway, shit, we done on the boxing tip, right?
That's all we have.
What else we want to talk about, bro?
Let's talk about the NFL a little bit.
All right, baby, let's go. NFL week. What we gonna talk about? Previous week or the upcoming week? What we gonna do?
We can run through last week before we get to next week.
Last week was
Well,
a
this week.
crazy ass week. Last week was a crazy week. Some predictions came true, some predictions didn't. Some games were close, some games was like an ass kicker, for instance. Like one game that really hit my radar right here, man. It was a crazy ass game. Raiders versus Falcons. 6-43 Falcons. What the hell happened in that game?
I don't know.
We can check the stats out, baby.
I know
Anyway.
Matt Ryan had like 2 touchdowns and an interception, so and them holding them to 3 points just let me know the defense
Yeah, the
did
two
a lot.
the two interceptions did him in.
They did them a lot.
The two interceptions did him in like a motherfucker right there.
No,
Derek Carr threw 1 interception.
No, I said Matt Ryan threw 2 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Matt Ryan? Well, Matt Ryan dug in them boys. They dug in them, man.
Well, that's the defense. They scored 6 points. So that meant a lot of good field position, 2 field goals, you know what I mean? Probably a couple turnovers and all of that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, 'cause I'm looking at this right now. It's crazy shit. But this is I think this is Raiders right now. Matt Ryan threw 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 22 for 30, 22 for 39.
185 yards.
185.
See?
And Derek Carr threw for 200 something and no touchdowns.
And it's that defense, man. They couldn't
What?
do shit with the ball. When you go,
Dan Quinn was the problem. Dan Quinn was the problem. He was the problem.
yeah, same
Because
thing.
look at it now, man. It's like this is like towards the end of the season. We're getting to the final 3 games. 3-4 games, right?
Last 5 games.
Yeah, that's 5 games. And it's like, what the fuck?
That's why he out of there. He was the problem.
Yeah, he was definitely a problem. He was definitely a problem. That's like, come on.
That was a big shocker. I didn't expect them to get beat like
I
that.
did not expect that either.
I could see them possibly losing that game, but I couldn't see them getting blown out the door.
And that's crazy because the Raiders, you already know. I think I stayed like two episodes. They're my sleeper team.
They was sleep for real. They was sleep knocked out.
Oh my god, that was my sleeper teams got knocked out by my least favorite team in the NFL.
That's how the shit goes.
That's how it goes. Well, another game that was very disappointing for me, of course, you already know my Carolina Panthers losing to the Vikings at the end of the fucking game, bro. Oh, that shit sucks. I hate fucking game enders. Where your kicker goes in there, you think he's surefire can hit the 53, 54 yarder, and yeah, dude's probably ass trash at